Hey guys, it's Kid from Famous by Friday Pickleball. Got a new paddle to review, the new Pakle Evolution 1. Once again, company I've never heard of, but this is their introductory paddle and it's very cool and I'm excited to try it out. Let me bounce through some of the physical components of this paddle. It's 16.5 by 7.5, 5.5 inch long grip, 4.25 inch circumference, pretty standard now. This paddle does weigh 8.2 ounces. Swing weight's at 116, which is actually really nice for an 8.2 ounces, so you know it's pretty evenly balanced, really sweet there. 6.0 twist weight, so you know the sweet spot's gonna be pretty nice. Very excited to try this. Carbon fiber surface, but where the heart of this paddle and where the big difference is in the Vortex core. Let's take a look at that right now because it is really exciting and really different. Let's take a look.
All right, guys, here is the Vortex core in the new Pakle Evolution 1. This is so different, so cool. Love the outside the box thinking. Some of the components that we're used to, however, that we've seen before, polypropylene honeycomb core, 8mm cells. This paddle is 16 millimeters thick. We've seen the unibody where the polypropylene runs all the way down through the neck into the grip. We're also used to seeing the EVA foam around the edge, around the perimeter, that also goes down through the neck into the grip. That makes it very stable and really attaches it to your hand. You really feel like you're in control of the paddle. That's all very cool. We've seen that before. The Gen 3 paddles also have this extra layer of foam here. We've seen that before. Very cool. But what is so different is this isn't a foam here and this is not a foam here. This is a TPE elastic material. Now, Pakle says this will give this support structure and 30% more control over normal Gen 3 paddles without the loss of power. Very cool thought, very cool idea. Also, Pakle says that this will not have we know with the Gen 3 paddles that they have the ramp up stage, and then they have the performance stage, and they have the kind of breakdown stage. Pakle says that this will not do this. The TPE elastic will not kind of destruct like that, not have core crushing, delam, any of those things. That this paddle will also last longer and you will not have those issues with 1-2 months in, you're already faced with having to get a new paddle. This is a great idea. Love the thought process behind this. This paddle should have the same, well, Pakle says that it should have the same power as a Gen 3 paddle, but have much more added, 30% added control and consistency. Very excited to try this. This is really outside the box thinking. I think this is a very cool idea, and I can't wait to get out the courts and hit it. Very cool idea. Vortex core from Pakle, the Evolution 1.
All right, how different is that? That is so cool. I'm so excited to get out to the court, try this out. The new Pakle Evolution 1. All right, guys, hope you're going to be there. We'll try this paddle together, and I will be back. All right, guys, a new paddle from Pakle, the Evolution 1. Go after this. Well, you can hear that little whistle. Very nice. Very nice. Let me get back there. There it is. Yep, there you go. This paddle provides everything. Just swing nice and easy and let it do it. Yeah, just let it do it. That is very nice. Okay, let me spin a couple here. Okay. Oh, I expect a little more. Let me do that again. Hey, I got under that one a little bit, but the spin is there. Nice little late bite. Do that again. Got under that so far. You can't let this paddle fly to you. It is a power paddle. Hey guys, back. Just spent the last few weeks getting to know the new Pakle Evolution 1. It's so much fun with this paddle. I had no idea what to expect. I know I say that quite often, but with a company I've never heard of, with the paddle is completely different, the Vortex core, very revolutionary. I had no idea what to expect, but this paddle does some really cool things, and it is just a whole lot of fun to play with and a whole lot of fun to hit. Let me bounce through all the performance characteristics of this paddle. I'll start out with power because I always start out with power. My normal service speeds are right around 50 miles an hour. The Pakle Evolution 1 came in at 51.3 as far as an average. I have a couple of thoughts here on that. 51.3 is that's excellent. That's fine. That is no worries. But I think with the Vortex core, what they've toned down in the trampoline effect of Gen 3, they promised more control, more accuracy, so that it's almost a muted Gen 3, if you will. It's not, you just don't have the total trampoline effect. It's a lot more controlled. The trampoline effect's there. 51.3 is nothing to beat. That's awesome. That's over average for me, and it was easy depth, easy power. You didn't have to swing off your feet. Really, really good. But I think with the Vortex core, it's controllable power, which is really cool because some of the Gen 3s have gotten a little chaotic, but this is controlled. Just what Pakle said. Nice little bit of control. Let's go to control, accuracy, control, and consistency. There is a bit of chaos with this, just like all Gen 3 paddles. You are going to get the occasional flyer. However, the accuracy and control and consistency, once you dial this paddle in, is really good. You really can put the ball where you want consistently with no real problem at all. There is going to be the occasional flyer, but once you get used to it, it's so much fun to hit. You really don't mind the occasional flyer too much. Spin off of this paddle, we've come to expect great spin off of Gen 3 because there's a long dwell time, and with the carbon fiber surface, it kind of throws the ball and grabs it, does that very nice, really, really good spin. So, top spin away. You have a lot of fun with this. Feedback and feel, very nice, very plush ride. You can hit the ball anywhere across his face and really have just good performance, no problems. Even if you get it out here toward the tip, which is really the dead zone in most paddles, you can kind of venture out here a little bit, and it's not the end of the world. Down here is not much fun. But nice sweet spot, good feedback and feel, very plush ride. Defense to offense, very nice. Stick this down, stick the shovel on the ground, get the ball back non-volley zone, then turn that into offense, and it is so much fun at the non-volley zone because the ball just shoots off of here, but it's control. It's just, you have so much confidence up there because you know the ball is going to go back with a little velo, and but still, you're not having this uncontrolled attack. If you want to go low, and you do, you can turn it, you can get low with it and have the first ball down. Pretty easy with this paddle. Pretty nice. Very quick at the net. I think I mentioned in the opener, 8.2 ounces, but the swing weight is 116. So you could actually bump this up a little bit. It'd be fine, but it is very quick at the net, very easy to maneuver, no problems there. Like I said, it is customizable. You could throw some weight on here and not really have any problems at all. It just make it even more so. You'd probably get a little more power, a little more stability, all those things. And as long as you don't go too high with the swing weight, you're not going to do anything to that maneuverability. It's going to be fine. This paddle is a lot of fun to hit. It is just really cool. I don't have any big complaints other than you do get a few flyers. I do wonder anytime you start doing things to the core, I wonder about durability. It's doing fine so far. I've had it quite a while and hit with it quite a while. No durability issues whatsoever. I don't know about length of time. You go back to the Gen 3. I think I mentioned this when we were looking at the core. The Gen 3 paddles, they have the ramp up period and then the performance period and then the downturn, the sharp downturn. So far, this paddle has just been, from moment one, very consistent as far as performance. Pakle, they mentioned that it should happen, and it does. You don't really have the ramp up. You just start hitting it from moment one, and you just have a lot of fun. This paddle is so much fun to hit. I'm going to go back to that. It is just a blast. I'm anxious to hear if any of you hit with this, if you've heard of this company, if I've been on kind of a run here of kind of smaller companies, which I like. I like startup companies and new ideas. This paddle definitely falls into both of those categories. I'd love to hear if you've heard of this, if you've tried it, if you've hit it, what you thought. This paddle is going to appeal to a lot of people. I mean, if you want to knock the snot out of it, serves, returns, if you want to drive the ball, this is a blast to play singles with. As like I said, the spin, you can really top spin it or slice it, whatever you want to do. This is going to appeal to a lot of players, and because it has a nice sweet spot, you don't have to be 4.0 plus to play with it. You could start out playing with this with no problem. I am really anxious to hear from anybody else who's found this company and played with this paddle. Very cool. I'm impressed, Pakle. I like the Vortex core. I love all the things that we're trying here. I believe all along that we were going to have to add some structure to the foam. And now I think companies are trying that. And it's really cool. Very cool idea. All right, guys, hit like, hit subscribe. Leave me a comment on this bad boy. Very cool. This could easily go in my bag. I have so much fun playing with this. I can play with this anytime. Easily go in my bag. All right, guys, it's still summer. Get out and play. I'm headed out there shortly and hope to see you there. All right.